Hi, my name's Steve Shirk, and I am nominating Brittany Cowley. One of the first questions they asked me was, why would you nominate her? And my statement is, why not? She puts in a ton of passion for anything she does, whether it's teaching, working at the Agape Missions or the park department, being a mother, whatever. She puts in tons of passion.
I've lived here for I think 12 years now, and I'm a teacher at Lakeland, so once you start to teach you get to know a lot of people, and so it was easier to kind of get involved as I just got more into the community from school. I'm involved in Agape Missions. I'm the secretary on the board, and I lead the mentoring program for our tenants and just do various odd jobs like paint when we need it. And I also was on the Parks Committee. I was working on the park behind me. And more recently, I'm on the PTO at Lakeland Primary School. I'm a co-secretary there. And I'm on the LaGrange Steering Committee, which is working to kind of create future plans for the town. Well, I live really close to the park, and one day I took my kids on a walk, and I was just kind of looking around at the houses, and there was a tree on a house. You know, LaGrange was looking probably the worst I'd ever seen it from the time I've been here. And so I kind of put on Facebook a post about the town, and one of my big things is this quote from Brene Brown, and she says something to the effect of, I'd like to make sure that I contribute more than I criticize. So at the end of the post, when I was like, you know, what's going on here, it's like, how can I help? What can we do to turn this around? And Lori Miller from the town contacted me. Actually, several people contacted me, but Lori Miller was one of them, and she's kind of had it on her heart for a long time to revitalize the park. She said she wants to start this Parks Committee, and we met, and we had some just parents from around the town, and I was all about it, and again, right next to my house, so it was nice to just be able to kind of contribute to something that's so close to home. And we had various members on the board with different backgrounds, but on the committee, one of our big goals was to make our playground ADA compatible, because the current playground we had, I mean, it dips so you can't even get into it if you're in a wheelchair, and so we met with a bunch of different vendors, and our main goal was to get a unique structure, but also one that could be played on with everybody. And another goal was just to bring something unique to the town, because community improvement is one of the things I think is the most important thing around here. And so bringing the splash pad as an element to that was cool too, because again, anybody can use it, but also it's something that towns around here don't have, and so it just brings a little spark to the neighborhood and the town. So I would encourage others to get involved just by looking around them and seeing what needs there are. A lot of times, even if just one person you know needs something, you can help, and then all of a sudden it turns into something else. So it doesn't have to be, I'm going to start a charity or build a park. You can start small and then it grows. I think one of the more meaningful things volunteer-wise is the mentoring at Agape, because we've had some success stories and we've had some not so successful stories, but some of the tenants, like there's one in particular, I got to know her pretty well, and she would come over for dinner, and she was young and a mother, and so it was just I felt like I identified with her as a teacher and just as a mom, and she ended up finding an apartment and getting into school, and we got her a laptop, and it just felt like, okay, this is important, it'll help her, so felt good. I don't know, I mean, I think it really just all started being a teacher and seeing how many, the different ways people live, and not all of us get the same shot, and so it's kind of nice to be able to help boost people forward.